Isaiah 7:14 explained. Let's look into this verse to see the historical context behind this prophecy and the sign that was to be given. Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Let's get started. First, let's quickly look at the history and context of this verse. The time is the 8th century, and the place is the city of Jerusalem. Israel, by this time, is divided into two main camps. The southern part, known as the House of Judah, with their capital, Jerusalem, and their king, King Ahaz. And the northern part, which is called the House of Israel. Not only was there division and civil war between these two houses of Israel, but outside eastern kingdoms were knocking on their front door to take over altogether. So, King Ahaz, which is a king of Judah, was desperate to keep Judah safe and ultimately keep the Davidic kingly lineage preserved from outside threats trying to take over and sit on the throne of David. This is when Isaiah was sent to speak to King Ahaz, saying that even though you will eventually go into captivity, nothing will ultimately happen to the throne of David. 2 Kings 19. I, the Father in heaven, will defend this city and save it, for my sake and for the sake of David my servant. Thus a sign was given to King Ahaz and the house of Judah, as reassurance that the Davidic lineage is safe long after their days in the 8th century. The sign is that a young woman far in the future will give birth to a boy who will be of the Davidic lineage and be the promised Messiah, proving that even though the house of Judah is under attack and even soon to be in exile, God is with us, and that no kingdom will at any time ruin that lineage. Fast forward to the days of Matthew, while he's inspired by the Ruach to write his book. With all the exiles in the past and the Roman rule at his time, he quotes Isaiah 7:14 to show that it's finally fulfilled in Yeshua, and proving again that Yah is faithful to his word. Matthew 1, verse 22 and 23. Now all this was done, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of by the Lord, by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. Please subscribe and leave a comment below to help with the YouTube algorithm in promoting this video for others to find. Also, I highly encourage you to check out my friend's channel to get much more information on Isaiah chapter 7 through 9 in regards to the prophecies of Yeshua and how this disproves a lot of the arguments provided from the anti-messianic movement. Her name is Courtney Smiths, and her channel is called Biblical Apologetics. I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you and shalom.